Dude, I've heard rumours that these stairs are like haunted. Apparently some girl died here when she was like 9 or something.
I'm 11, so shut the fuck up.
Your pirate ship can eat a bag of dicks. Your pirate ship can eat a giant bag of dicks. Or Kristoff's gonna take a shit on your fucking lawn. Your pirate ship can eat a bag of dicks. Stupid navigator is an alcoholic, and all your crew look like Lego bricks. You better give us all the money in your treasure chest, or Kristoff's gonna take a shit on your fucking lawn.
I'm not saying that she didn't have some nice assets, but she could have been 2 seconds away, which she was 3 seconds away, and now this is a full-on...
Yeah.
Hi! Told him if he hated this, he was going to give it to me and not pretend, and then he can try the Warrior Brewing. Untitled Art. This has been a company that has been, I think, 9 or 11s. This one is their 7-layer bar pastry stout. Can't tell you anything about it. It doesn't give any gimmicks or anything. It just says pastry stout with natural and artificial flavors. Brewed and canned at Untitled Art, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Basically, I'm always shocked, and in my mind, I always pretend that this is not a Wisconsin beer, but it is, and it is 11%.
Smells like a fruity vape.
A fruity vape. Did you do the vape thing?
Mm-hmm.
You were vaping when we met, not smoking.
Yeah, I had switched from smoking to vaping. I had a way to control my nicotine so I could wean myself off. And then
McLean switched from vaping to sucking dick.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, whatever gets you off the nicotine.
I am pretty sure this does not pass the light test, but because he might be here anyway, we're going to start with the gym mode, Firefly. Oh, and I don't know if it lights that up or not. So, Firefly, low, oof, I'm shocked. Medium, my god, really? Maybe a little?
Around the bottom.
Yeah, I think it's... I'm surprised though. It did not pour super ass thick. Okay. Oh, it smells really... Did you already have some? God damn it, Matt. Cheers anyway. Cheers to a fucking phenomenal day.
At the range?
At the breakfast, at the range. Fucked up twice today. First we didn't invite David to breakfast. Hey, this wasn't even a plan until like 1 o'clock in the morning. Yep. when John wanted to go to Julie's. Well, Julie's is that way by 20 minutes, and we're going that way by 47 minutes. So, called Roger, and evidently Roger told Mikey that we'd be out at the shack. Well, when John said it's way too cold to go shooting, I'm going home, we decided, why go all the way to the shack? We could get everything we want at Island Lake. And as it turned out, we were there all day, and the only people that even showed up was, I think that in the beginning, I think that one vehicle was being chased by that Charger.
Yeah.
Because he like hid out, and then the Charger peeled out and went, whatever. And then someone showed up like when we were getting ready to leave.
Yeah, about the time we were packing up, someone was shooting some rifle stuff.
I think that area over there, I've never been there, is just shotguns.
That would explain why we were hearing 2 shots, then nothing.
Boom, boom. But
boom, boom, boom.
It was a little chilly, but when the wind went away, and it was just the sun.
It wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the wind.
That wind sucked.
Smells good.
Tastes like chocolate, caramel, and hoppies.
Hoppies?
I'm getting a weird mid taste. It starts off really good. There's something in the middle, and then everything it leaves me at the end is like I licked a caramel chocolate. I licked 7 layers of something. I'd lick 7 layers of that. I'm not sure what it is that I like about her.
It's gotta be the hair.
Yeah, it's her hair. Yeah, she keeps her hair so nice. But
It's the way she did her eyebrows.
yeah, that's definitely it. I could ponder it for a while and get back to you. Ooh, there you go. There's your date.
Turn around.
You guys get to fight over a fucking Whopper. Okay. Comments. First in is Richie Poo saying cheers. Oh, cheers, Rich. Then Cold-Hearted Bastard. Both of them were in the chat room last night, by the way. He has 2 thumbs up and 2 shots. Jolson said he wants to do 4. DFC says podium. Multi-Gunman says top 10? Yes, he was. Mr. 27 says I'm top 7. And then Multi-Gunman says cheater. El Tenda says nice boom boom. Hey, there's a segue we should probably take advantage of.
Oh yeah?
Poco says opening looks about right. Mr. 27 says 7th. Rich says the Bucky's Ghost Pepper Jerky is indeed hot. Ooh, jerky?
Oh yeah. You go into there and it's just like a giant store. They have like 100 gas pumps.
No, Poco, I have never been to a Bucky's. Actually, I think I was watching some show where they talk about like these incredible places like truckers place. You, of course, he would have been to a Bucky's.
Nope.
What?
They are not truck friendly. You pull in there, they tell you to get the fuck out.
Are you
For the
serious?
semi, yep.
Wow.
They're extremely anti-truckers. I think the owner's wife got banged by a trucker a couple times or something. Or maybe she likes sucking trucker cock. And
Probably. So, as we run down the lineup of today's events, the Huber Concepts Square Break on the frickin'
Beowulf.
50 Beowulf. And I'm here to tell you that John's break makes absolutely the world of difference. It went from, let me shoot 10 rounds of this because I want to say I've done it, to I could have shot that all day long.
Yep.
It kind of felt like maybe a poorly ported 308.
Yeah.
It definitely has a lot. This part, that part lasts a lot longer and it's snappy. I don't know how to explain it. There's a lot of...
Before, that thing was just instant.
Yeah, that was before it was like, imagine holding something against your shoulder and someone else clocks it with a stick or a 2x4.
It was just instant and it was sharp.
Yeah, that's that.
And now it's actually enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. That was. I mean, I feel bad actually that I shot it 10 times.
I don't.
You know what he paid for? Was it 20 rounds?
20 rounds.
20 rounds. Right now, if you want to take a guess,
Put it in the comments.
put it in the comments. What did... Don't be cheating and looking it up. I have to admit, my first guess, I was so wrong, it wasn't even funny. But 20 rounds for the Beowulf. It's almost like the opposite of Matt being down here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, the other day he goes, yeah, I'm going to make up my steak and something. I go, okay, when you're done eating, I'll be downstairs already doing shit. We'll be all ready to do the brew review. He just shows up with his food. Completely uneaten. I'll just do this while we do the show. Hey, at least the plus side is, if he's busy putting food in his mouth,
He's not talking?
he's not talking. Sorry, Matt.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, but not sorry. Then, John says to me, "Do you have an AK that you can put a Huber brake on?" And I said, "Sure." So I turn around and he's busy installing this on Jolson's absolutely beautiful, previously owned by who?
Mr. Olson.
Mr. Holster's underfolder. I don't even, how these things even work.
There's a button on the left side.
This button?
Nope. Right where this.
Oh. What the hell were you doing that you almost killed yourself?
I had my hand on the pistol grip when it was swinging back.
And you fold this. You know what? I didn't shoot this. God damn it! I did a Sharky.
Thought you did. It was right there.
Oh, I know.
And we both had AK mags and ammo. It's not like, you know, some of us have done before and showed up to the range with the mags and no fucking ammo.
That's just a good-looking gun, and I'm here to tell you I vaguely remember, because it's been such a long time since the blonde got fired, and I go, when you got here, you said you want to know if I had an AK. I said, I have an AK that we could put one of those on, so that I have something to not only talk about, because evidently I can't talk about his, since how I didn't shoot it. My bad. Right now it looks like you're being muzzled. I see how tonight's gonna go. So we're like trying to get out of here. Jolson looks like he's gonna commit suicide because he's like, let's just fucking go. Because we already had to detour out of the way to pick up a specialty item, and so long story short, I said to John, I said, you said you wanted to know if I had an AK. He goes, well, you have one? I go, yeah, I got one. We can put one on. I can show people. I can enjoy it and shoot it. And that's a stupid thing. Have you actually trigger pulled weight that thing?
No.
I don't know if mine goes up high enough.
Well, I just put the snap caps back in it, so.
So ever what? When I get around to the third drawer.
Is it behind the tampons or?
It's pull out more. Right there. It was a gift from Tardisius. The thing is what are you supposed to really use to tell what a trigger pull is? John said to fucking throw that thing in the garbage when he saw it. I'm like, what are you talking about? What else would I use? I don't have your computer generated. What? In the video, there's almost zero muzzle rise. There's just a little pushback. You know what? On video, if you watch me talking about that, I said this thing has to have a 20-pound trigger. Jokingly, I said that because my guess would have been 12.
Try to get a little more accurate.
So, this is...
Oh!
7 pounds? Get the fuck out of here. £7. Huh. I'd lose that bet. It evidently has to be where I must be gripping way too high, and I'm not getting the use of a little thing called an arc.
Hey, you turn this fucker back.
Just leave it. It'll turn itself off.
Okay.
Okay, how come this feels completely different than when we were out shooting?
Because you're not fucking flinching from the recoil.
Oh, I flinched so bad.
Because that thing fucking bucks.
I look like a complete fucking newbie. Not even
fucking just fucking boom.
Well, you get that, but I was getting right there. Look at the market. I only shot it twice.
And I shot the rest of the box. Like 6 or however many rounds.
I'm gonna hold true with what I originally said, though. I would absolutely like to get one of those.
That one used to belong to.
Yeah, Scott, Mr.
Yeah.
Holster. I should have taken that day too. Instead, somebody swooped in. Where you going, Jolson? With all the shit.
Oh, I begged, stealed, and borrowed every fucking thing I could get my hands on.
And then, afterwards, he went back and pursued things that he didn't get to buy back then, and now is owning them.
Yep.
Case in point.
Because I talked other people into buying things so that I could later on try to get my hands on them.
Okay, so 3 things with Huber brakes, all awesome. I'm kind of skipping ahead and passing one item from the rifle. No, I'll just go straight to it. Okay, children. First, because there's alcohol involved, this is a Ruger 1022, and those are nipples. A Ruger 1022 in a Desert Tech chassis. This has a, what did you say? This is is this a Dead Air?
That's the Banish 22.
Banish can on it. The only thing I don't understand is if this is specifically made for this rifle, none of this barrel would normally stick out of this chassis.
Yep. Because they recommend you using like 18-inch barrel and not a 16.
Oh, okay. I get it. But with your setup,
I
that's
already-
absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I already had a 16-inch bull barrel, so I wasn't going to go buy a new barrel.
And then Leopold scope.
Yep.
It's kind of cool. It's got onboard. Matt would like this because he has a stock that does this onboard storage for more mags. Long. Not just kidding. Long story short is this was all thrown together and hadn't had any range time, and so we
Gave it some love.
had to give it some love and sight it in. And right now at 50 yards, you can make 1 hole in 3 shots. And it was really nice because by the time this was the last thing we shot, we were able to ditch the ear protection. And yeah, so Smile Money, when I sent you the picture, the thing that looks like the magwell, this is nothing more than your grip. But it's close because the mag...
Well, it's very similar to any rifle.
Yeah.
That grip, like a traditional rifle grip.
So then you can either put the little mags in, the 10 rounders. He has a 20 rounder, 25 rounder.
Yep. I left the mags out in the car or whatever. And there's the 125 round drum too.
I definitely had a lot of fun. Having a chance to go back. Of course, we used up a lot of day. I mean, we're literally right now. Anybody that's left a comment, you realize that it's almost 5 o'clock, and we had breakfast, dropped Christine off, and it's been the 2 of us all day long up at Island Lake. So if I would have brought something else, we wouldn't be back yet. But I definitely want a day where I get Project Overkill out. But this thing, not only is it cool being a bullpup, but it was awesome. It was a lot of fun to shoot. And now, after our time with it, it is extremely accurate. For now, I am going to set that there. Just remember that when you touch that drawer. Actually, you're done with that drawer, aren't you?
Yeah. I put the trigger puller thingamajigger back.
As Mr. Huber would say, the fish scale, and that's all it's good for. I have to have a baseline somehow, and I'm telling you, it's very consistent. I get almost 3/4 of a pound on the Mosin, and other things that I expect to be heavier, like a Glock trigger, it's right in with what the manufacturer says. So I don't understand what what would I use if I wasn't using that? And even you should have seen the look when I pulled out the other one, the one that just has the slide that.
Yeah.
The little piece of plastic stops, this little spring-loaded thing. Oh yeah, he wasn't having any. He was not having any of that.
He was not impressed.
In a way, I wish John would have come with us.
Yep.
Just kidding. Yeah, there were some things that I thought he should have. It would have been nice for the creator to see the outcome. There's only one thing, and it's all John. Jolson had an entire presentation planned. A piece of board that had lines on it, and the camera would be here, I would be here, the lines here, and you could see. Well, here, this is a good example. The flag, without the break, which this thing just had a thread protector on it.
Yeah. How it came from the manufacturer was only a thread protector.
It could have looked something like this all the way up to this line, and then you put. I don't think it even jumped. I don't know.
We'll have to review the footage, but
I thought that the AK wasn't moving at all, and when I watched you shooting, I realized that there's just a tad bit of up, but because it's basically doing this. Mm-hmm. You're able to keep on target or get back on target extremely fast. But I can tell you, this was nothing. Sharky, this was nothing like when you shot it.
Yeah. When Sharky shot it, it was punishing. It was not enjoyable one bit. It was now...
Says the owner of it.
Says the owner of it that spent a lot of fucking money to have one made that has... It's the actual Alexander Arms 50 bill, not the fucking some random brand that has to call it a 12.7 by.
So when you got this looking exactly like it does now?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that they actually had a presentation with the with the
wood.
And I have one. The company that makes all that furniture.
That's actually Boyd's furniture.
That's what I said. Yeah, cause
what I found kind of funny, because if you look behind the pussy pad that I added, it literally says Boyd's.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like the same one that Matt has on his rifle, except for his is the natural wood and not the grade.
And I could have got the natural wood, but I thought the grade looked a little bit,
No,
because I got other rifles that have natural wood on them, but I didn't have anything like gray laminate like that. I was like, well, that's different. I'm going to go for that one.
These are two-piece, aren't they? So they go on like a traditional handguard?
Yep. Yeah, there's a crack there.
I was going to say that would be a real pain in the ass if you had to take the gas block off in order to...
Yeah, because there's the Delta ring, and there is a seam there. They did a real good job.
Boyd stocks are awesome. Mats like this looks great. I thought someday it would be cool to do a full rifle length in their wood furniture, because they do offer it in either 2 lengths, mid and rifle.
Yeah, carbine and rifle.
Carbine and rifle.
Yep. And this, I believe, would be a carbine. I'd have to measure that.
I will go with yes after looking at the simulated.
That's the only
simulated M16.
difference.
Okay, then from this point on, we cleaned up and moved on. And Island Lake Range, you do a great job at providing the means of people to clean up their shit.
Yeah, I mean, you go through the extra effort of going to the Dollar Tree
and picking up that broom and not providing us with a dustpan. It was great. I was shocked I do not deal well with small guns, and I was able to do a pretty tight grouping, even me, in the cold, with coffee in my system.
Mm-hmm.
I would not fear carrying that as a
Church gun.
church gun.
Well, you gotta have something classy when you're going to church.
Definitely. Father would like that. Din says he sent you gas station hot sauce. Jolson says,
Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
and then he says, gosh, it'd be nice if you were here all the time. Oh, you can just put it there. I can't get it to fall. It's almost like if you try. I'm waiting though for that night that we're upstairs and it does fall and freaks the shit out of Christine. The fuck was that? Poco, are you nuts? Is it based engines dominate? How many old Subarus do you see still on the road with 400,000 miles? What, because I dissed Chevrolet? Then he says, your opinion doesn't matter at all one bit. You drive a Subaru? Wow. Then Poco says, it's all good. I'm just using the opening to learn how to use DaVinci's Resolve. What I want to do is take a bunch of power. My PC is a little old for that. Jesus Christ, Poco. My system, when it was built, what have I had it now? 6 years?
At least.
And Dan said that I hope you can get 10 out of it. But as of the day that he built my computer for me, he had not used, seen, or built a system that was as beefy and as powerful as mine. And I suffer from issues doing video rendering with Corel.
Well, it's like my computer I built fucking 16 years ago.
Jesus Christ. 16 years ago?
Still running.
Huh.
But it was very high end. It was like one of the first i7 processors way back when they first came out.
Lily says I figured. We are literally reaching over to turn on the camera.
I'm telling you, she's got a fucking camera on here.
Hi, don't. Yeah, she is like hacked into my shit somehow. Poco. Bobs are like Christmas trees, best decorated. Oh, boobs. Boobs are like Christmas. I'd decorate those. A little white magic. Poco, Subaru, the official car of a bunch of lesbians.
Pretty much.
Poco says E3. I don't know why Yeah, I have a Subaru. Why would I?
You're just a lesbian trapped in a man's body.
I know, I am.
What's wrong with that?
My question is
Who are you to judge?
if your daughter could rebuild the manufacturer of your choice, or let me rephrase, if your daughter could rebuild whatever it was, even though it wasn't obviously the brand that you love, to me it seemed like, to quote a phrase from NIHAP, it seemed like a no-brainer that Sam can take a Subaru apart and put it back together with her eyes closed.
Well, that's because you have to with those fucking things. Rebuilding them is like regular maintenance.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I'd be more than happy to talk about it, how it goes in longevity. All I can tell you right now is I'm very happy with the car.
At least that's what I've always heard, is that, rebuilding the engine's just part of regular maintenance with a Subaru. I'm like, and that they're really high maintenance. I don't know this to be fact, but that's what I've always heard.
Well,
I would like to know if there's any fucking truth to that, because they make some kind of cool cars, like the STI and stuff.
Well, let's put it this way: if they're such bad vehicles,
Then why the fuck do they sell so well?
yes, and why has Sam literally turned all of her passions into everything Subaru? Like, she has an STI. I mean,
STD? Oh
She has
man,
this-
that's sad to hear.
she has STDs. No, all I can speak, Poco, I'm sorry, but all I can speak is to what I've experienced. The worst manufacturer that I have ever dealt with was Chevrolet. I haven't been happy with any of the cars I've ever had. The Blazer, it's kind of funny because one of the forums I was at said the Chevy Blazer is rock solid, unbeatable until it hits 80,000 miles. And then after that, you should sell it. Guess what? We sold ours with 78,000 miles on it to Mike, and by the time it was at 82, he was wanting to get rid of it. And I was like, dude, I didn't want to sell it to someone I knew, especially my neighbor. Well, no, I know. I'm telling you right now, if one fucking thing happens, I don't want to hear about it. We literally sold it to him for almost half of what was offered to us by somebody else. To this moment, I could not buy a Chevy. I could not buy a Chevy. The only thing that I would even put on the consideration list is the Z06 Corvette, and the Corvette Z06 based engine and drivetrain that they put into one of the Camaro models. Other than that, I guess you will just have to agree to not agree, because I have owned them all, and the one that I would never buy again is anything from Chevrolet as of this moment in time. Now, Poco, to give you a couple of rounds to stick in your double barrel shotgun, Samantha owned an Impala, and she really liked that car, but I don't remember what the issue was. That she
didn't like walking to work.
She didn't like walking to work. That's what she loved about it. But as full disclosure goes,
No, the issue.
oh yeah, Sam likes to not have things very long, and she likes flipping. Like, she basically will buy a car, drive it, find everything wrong with it, fix anything that could mechanically be an issue for the next purchaser, because she does not want to get a bad reputation. I think this is what she should do. I think she should own her own garage and have cars on the lot that are continuously for sale and rotating through and flipping stuff. That was the big bitch about my car, is she basically bought it, had it for 3 weeks, and then I turned the keys over to me, where she normally likes to have something for 3 to 6 months. Work out all the bugs, know everything about the vehicle, be able to use it a while, and then put it down the road, and then find the next thing that she's purchased. But yeah, I can only speak to me. People that get pissed off, I know, like, for instance, Brad, huge Chevy guy, owns a beautiful Corvette. His Corvette is one model down from the most beastie one you can get. Basically, his is a beast, kind of in disguise, if you can put a high-end Corvette in disguise.
Although there's those Camaros that have the same amount of power or more that are out there that, for less money, that are very surprising what they can do.
Poco says E3. E3 has been called as a miss. Poco says Biden's speech was a total clown show. I've even heard that from some liberal leaning, but not liberals. Kohler the bastard. We knives are great knives. I agree. I agree. That chest is incredible. And I would like to roam the desert, please. Oh, yeah. I like to roam those strawberry fields forever. See what I did right there?
trying to figure out how the fuck to put a high tower back together again.
I have one you could experiment with. They don't do anything bad to yours.
Oh, it'll be alright. I'll figure it out. Maybe. Figure out.
You took it apart, right?
Yeah.
This is like old Smith & Wesson's. It's like that part.
Doesn't make any fucking sense.
Okay, talk about that.
Oh, I ain't taking that fucker apart because I don't know how those come apart.
Serious?
Serious. I don't know how to fucking take a 1911 apart. I've never owned one in my life.
Probably do this one without tools because it's what it is.
How the fuck did that come off? Magic?
You go that way to get that out, back the other way to take the barrel, the bushing out. Now, you just back it up to see that notch right there? It'll allow you to take that out. That. This guy up and out that way.
Well, I've heard you refer to something about an idiot mark or idiot scratch or something.
This is Dave's gun, so you already have that.
Oh.
When you put it back together, it's got to snap in past that. And a lot of times it rides right there. Somebody, and I'm not going to even speculate on who it was, sent me peel and stick pads that you can put right there. Well, you put it back together and then you rip it off and throw it in the garbage. Or maybe you get to keep it. It actually has the hole, I think it's here, that grabs it here and holds it in place so that can't happen. But it's already happened because, oh wow, look at that. He actually got it from there all the way to there. But we won't take it apart.
No.
Probably shouldn't take it apart. But, because of who owned it, I can tell you right now, the only dirt inside of it was created 2 hours ago. Guarantee you.
What makes you say that?
Because he literally turns cleaning guns into a ritual.
I just remember you can't put the hammer back down without a mag being in it. We're gonna have to load this one up, basement pop.
And then there's this.
Oh, yeah.
It's shiny.
It puts the lotion on his skin.
Personal favorite, by the way, maybe number one in the list. And then the last thing in the fun chamber is this. And anybody that knows my history with the pursuit of this, Ed, it has finally happened.
We have reached the Holy Grail.
I'm actually amazed after putting the hammer down, Christine was actually able to rack this back.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, she got a bit of a strong...
She's got some spring action. It came with 4 mags. I think somebody, the last owner, didn't want to damage the grips. It has no sign that this thing has ever been in a holster. It is at where? Look for yourself. Keep in mind that somebody with his helper put 100 rounds through this today. So yeah. So yeah. Look at how terrible shape it is in. There's, you know what? I think I found.
Oh, the guy sold it?
Huh?
Huh?
I think I found in the right light, if you squint and stand on a stool. Never mind. I thought I found a mark. Thought I found a mark in the rosewood grips. Now, a little backstory. Sharky told me, go ahead and send the camo dipped hydro, whatever that pattern was.
Cryptic
Butthole. Send it to Jay at Elite Ammunition and have him make the firearm look just like this. And I will get you a set of these Sig Sauer rosewood grips. I think Sharky tried for months, and the only site that he found was a scam site that basically was taking people's money and not offering anything that was up on the site. So no, this entire pistol, the Sig Sauer P220 Elite, chambered in 10mm, is made out of unobtainium. So it came with 4 mags and a second set of grips, which look a lot like, but a little bit different, but look a lot like the grips that were on the Cryptic Camo that Jim has. So keeping straight to the heart, Jim has Ed's actual gun, the way that Ed purchased it, and then Ed sold it to me, and then I gave it to Jim for everything that Jim does for me. I couldn't even begin. So I don't have any plans of putting those Cryptic grips on here. Sharky's already said just find another one that's in bad shape or whatever you need and just put those grips on it, and then you have something that could be a beater. I mean, you can do this. I think the grips would work on the 9mm, the 10mm, and the 45. I believe the frame of this gun. I mean,
yes, I can verify that because I put grips off of mine onto the 45, and I've taken grips off of the 45, put them onto my 10mm, and I've ordered grips that were lock grips and put them on both the 45 and the 10mm, and they all bolt up nicely. They're all a 220 frame.
Well, I'll put it this way: if you want those grips, you can have them.
Okay.
If you have
I may put them on the German.
If you can
see what they look like.
I'm telling you that there's no way that I want anything on this other than the rosewood grips. That was the appeal. I got to shoot his like 4 years ago.
Something like that.
Over
off Carroll Trail with J-Dog.
With Carroll Trail and then the J-Dog in. So I got to clean this, but I am not going to do it during the show. I'm just going to drink and... Ellie, miss you.
I'm working on
this thing is
getting things cleaned up.
And Smile Money sponsored today's shoot with the targets. We used a couple over at the rifle range. We used a couple over at the pistol range. I probably should have put up a few more, but it was really windy, so it was a tag team event just to be able to tape the
fuckers. All right, you got it.
Son of a bitch.
All right, it's falling over. Quick, get that tape on there.
We both got our money's worth. He's actually impressed me. He shot a tighter grouping with this than I did, and when I saw you grouping with that little SIG, I was like, oh my god. I don't even want to shoot it after watching his, because me and little guns, I have a tendency, this is what I do naturally. If I want to hit this naked woman, I literally aim over here, because all of my rounds get pushed to the left.
Why do 1911s have a dingus barrel? It's weird.
A barrel lug?
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
So weird.
It wants to be played with.
I've never played with the 1911. Sorry, I'm fucking... I have guns from this century. I'm not really in tune with stuff from the last century.
So I guess when it happens, I'll have to undo what I did to make it look like that. Or should we just leave this to you?
I'll try, but
This is what will happen. Okay, Google, show me some YouTube videos on how to reassemble a 1911.
or I'll just give it to someone who's been trained by
Sorry,
the
I don't
military.
understand.
Fuck
Of
off!
course you don't, you fucking
God,
cunt.
you fucking
Shut the fuck up.
You hooker. We both just draw our carry guns and blow the fucking thing away. Oof, that was close. That almost went down right there. You know how Google would be safe? Here, use this.
Then there would be nothing left.
I might be able to hit Google from here. It is 2 feet. If we go to 4, it starts to get dicey. Jesus Christ. I'm at 10 yards, and I shot at my target twice, and I have no idea. None. Where I
Oh,
actually...
maybe we should have started with a target that didn't already have 100 fucking holes in it.
Technically speaking,
It had more than 100, to be honest. But
the picture that I sent to Smile Money, if you took the time to count, there should be 90... No. I gave you three mags.
yep.
So, 96, 16...
And they hold 8, so
24, and then I shot it 28. There should be all but 28 holes, all within the 8 ring.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm at 10 yards. Some of you would be going, shit, I can do shit like that at 100 yards. That's good for you. I'm proud of you. But in a
Good for you.
defensive situation,
Mom must not have loved you enough.
I was really happy to be able to have placed 70 plus something shots. All of them. I didn't have a single flyer. I didn't push anything or pull anything outside of that circle. The thing is so much fun to shoot. Because it's a heavy gun, the follow-up shots are nice. I actually, talk about a day where Scott just keeps coming up and coming up and coming up into the thoughts and conversations. Because I brought it upstairs. I have Scott's holster, leather holster, for this gun. It's probably for the one that your dad has.
Or for the one I have, the German.
Now I feel guilty. Let me think about it. Nope, you can't have it. I have a Kydex holster somewhere around here
I have a...
for a P220. I'm not putting that. I probably will never even have that in the leather holster unless we're doing barbecue. If we have an event and we got people over here, that is a barbecue gun in my book. The fuck are you going? I didn't say you go anywhere. Let me read a comment because there was oh yes, oh my god, there was only 50, but if you don't read them, it takes all day. Mike says cheers. Yeah, you can quote me on that. Smile Money. Jim suggested there was a box going out to someone in his shooting video. He also showed the hand grenade hot sauce in a previous video. What?
Yeah, that was in one of his videos.
On Rumble?
Yeah, well, no, he's uploading to YouTube again. He's been doing Saturday and Sunday chats.
On YouTube.
Yes.
Jim, I'm sorry. I have not seen or... God damn it. I love Jim's rants. I usually my operandus normal in the past is I'd come down here and I'd watch Jim's rant and then I'd do a brew review.
Yeah.
Did you take a shit over there? What the fuck? Comes back pulling his pants up.
Oh,
What?
I had to take a shit.
Hey Eric, I left a little something special for you in your shop vac.
No, I just want to see how this barbecue gun.
Do you have a holster for it?
Fucking barbecue gun. Fuck yeah.
Who made that holster?
I don't know. It's like a universal holster that I have.
Huh.
Just very generic, very... I figured it'd work good with this one because it's just a leather, very generic holster.
I like that. Throw some Wicked Wax or something on there.
Yeah, I mean it's been sitting in a thing forever, so it's,
I got a Wicked Wax the holster for that.
but yeah, you put a spare mag right there. So that you, which I don't. Oh, that's right. That's right over here.
I think that's. I mean, definitely a barbecue gun scenario because most of your gun is not exposed or is exposed.
Yeah, well, that's the point of this gun. Is it's a barbecue gun. Wardrobe change.
Okay, Smile Money says, you can't legally work under the table. Then I assume you may need a contractor's license, permit, taxes, insurance. That stuff sounds stressful. Well, at a bare minimum, Smile Money, I am going to get an LLC. Hey, it kind of makes your ass look good. Wow.
At least I have an ass.
Wow!
Wow!
Wow! Instantly, one person comes to mind. I'm sure you're not talking about him, though.
Who?
Cheap old gun guy. Focus on your strengths, not your weaknesses. Focus on your character, not your reputation. Focus on blessings, not your misfortunes. And for God's sakes, focus on... He always has such great spiritual stuff. Smart Money. Hot sauce. Do they make something with less heat than mild salsa? That'd be my preference. I'd never heard of Buc-ee's before yesterday, and we are ordering pizza tonight. Me and him will be sharing a pepperoni, pineapple, and jalapeno. And all of you that don't think that pineapple belongs on a pizza,
You're wrong.
I just don't even know you people.
There's, I heard there's two type of people in the world.
They probably drive Chevrolets.
There's two type of people in the world. People who think pineapple belongs on pizza, and those who are wrong.
Agreed. Smile Money. Painting the walls in my basement. Just a couple of hours every day. Thank you for work scheduling advice. Milking this job so my wife doesn't come up with the next project. Yes, well done.
So what am I doing wrong? So I put that in first.
Also, do not let your wife know what your actual skill set is. Are you oiling or anything?
No, it's all oiled. I used that spray. It does all that.
Okay, Pete.
Oh, you put that in the slide. You don't just put that in the frame. Oh,
Yes.
that makes sense.
And then you got this little thingy,
So you reassemble the slide first. Oh,
like that.
so
Then there you go. And then back to the danger zone right here. Get that little dimple lined up, and now you also have to make sure that you see that lug that you were talking about, that you able to penetrate. Now, depending on the okay, well, this is a very high.
need that. Or what are you? That's super stiff.
I would like something made out of plastic, yes.
Which that is made out of plastic. It's
But too much of it is getting in my way. Back in place without without getting something on the bottom of the trigger guard.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know.
Now make sure that you hit the lug. I always get it back to that point. The barrel bushing will lock in this position. This spring's holding me up.
Stick it in.
And then turn this the other way. And while you're pushing this in, as I pirate you.
It's not like there's any mags for it even in the basement. Because, you know, you don't own a 1911.
1911s are stupid.
Exactly. This is why these things never fucking cut on. Way too fucking complicated.
Stupid.
You know, because, you know, you have to do all that fucking rigmarole or all that bullshit instead of doing, oh, I don't know.
Well, now that you've done that. Okay. Family, battle box, hot snot, and no ferro rod. I guess we're not getting a demo on starting a fire in your official video. I don't even know how I'm even supposed to approach this, being that I don't have what I think is a major component to a cool knife. EMT H2, and let's see how many still play the left side of the board. And
Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
H2 is a miss. This one's pretty good, and you guys are saturating the board pro level kind of stuff, making sure that nothing can remain. I mean, this whole area has been cleared.
Well, I see my favorite ones to call are not called yet. I got to start marching along the southern border.
I guess officially, you would still be allowed to play unless all of a sudden you started calling hits.
Well, I always just call around the fucking build a wall anyways. I don't actually try.
Between you and Sharky, I've just officially learned not to put anything in the entire outside border.
Well, that's one of your fucking rules that you stated years ago, that you fucking never put nothing on the outside.
I know, but then when it was pointed out that I said it, I had to put something in the outside.
How many just march down the fucking side so there's people fucking playing? That way someone's fucking playing with you. It's like tying the fucking bone around your neck so the dog will play with you.
Jesus Christ. Bad sis greetings, Captain. Put a sock in him. Who put the quarter in him? How many energy drinks have you had today?
2.
Not enough. Bad says, looks like the scorpion pepper sauce has some heat to it. Yes. Good. Again, it falls under, it has flavor, but it was definitely the hottest of the 4 that Jim sent. McLean, Chevy square body, best truck ever, prove me wrong. McLean, what's the deal with me and the Uber driver, Eric? You're scaring me, babe. Welcome back to the 80s. Mama. McLean, I approve of that knife. We brand is awesome. Yes, they are. McLean, your cranium has amazing acoustics. Jesus God. McLean, 10mm is just a 45 that has a pronoun.
10mm is just one more than 9mm. I don't see the fucking big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had a 12.7 millimeter,
Now that would be something. The Klein. In my daily life, the most used tools are flashlights and knife, and then maybe a pen. Wade. If memory serves, you had a 3-pack of grenades with pepper sauce. That's a cool neck knife there. 500 other ways to start a fire, and the position of the ferrule rod would be a snag monster. I don't use or usually care for a folder, but those wooden scales are beautiful. I agree. When I saw, back to the neck knife and the ferrule rod that isn't there. See, here's the thing, Wade. Let's just bottom line it. If I don't like the ferrule rod, but I had the ferrule rod, I could just set it aside. It when you might like the ferrule rod and the company somehow missed putting it in your box, then it turns my happy into a frown. So how's that go the other way? If you turn the frown upside down, but in this case I'm making happy into... I was all happy until I saw there was... Like, what is this dead silhouette of where something's supposed to be sitting? Your Hornet Fixer, Jim. I just knew you'd like it, and no peanuts. This time. Bucky's is about an hour from me. I stop on the way back from the chiropractor every month. It's not just a gas station, it's a whole experience. Wish I could send you
fucking brisket in there.
I could send you some of the barbecue that barely makes it home with me.
Jim, you gotta try the fucking brisket.
Sounds like you did.
No, that's barbecue, that's not brisket.
Oh.
Fucking Yankee.
I didn't know you were Texanese.
Fucking Yank.
Jim, I've owned only one Chevy truck and 2 cars in my life, and the bow ties all gave me the most trouble. Yes. Jim, laughed my ass off. 4 minutes of no talk and eating chips. Hey, they're all... I mean, if you can take a sauce and just put it on a chip and enjoy it, that's the shit that I like. These, let's get some shit that would Godzilla would not even like. And no, I like... What I like about the shit that Jim sent is it all had flavor. I mean, I'm actually looking forward to using the scorpion stuff on the pizza. And I have to get chicken.
Captured fucking spring. Wow, what a concept. When did they come up with such an idea? That's been 1912.
Not in 1912. Because it wasn't in 1911. We just Captain Smartass. Tomcat, hooray for Maker's Mark. Speaking of that, did you want a lubrication shot?
I just popped.
Did you just open a fucking beer with a knife? Sharky's going. Except for Sharky does the whole... Okay. If you're going to have a... First of all, I want to know what you think about. You know what we should have? Have you had the beers that you brought for me to review?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no. I had everything else that was in the variety pack other than those 3, and then I saw those and I thought of you. I was like, you know what? I think Eric would appreciate these.
So help me if this can says really gay beer. Sour seltzer strawberry lemonade.
It didn't sound like horrible, but I was like, you know what? I bet you he's probably never had anything from that brewery or...
I like stuff from Distill.
Yep.
I have never...
I
didn't even know they had a seltzer.
Yeah, I bought a variety pack and that was in there. And I was like... I drank the rest of the variety pack. That was the only flavor left. I was like, oh shit, I gotta bring something with. I'm going to Duluth. So I grabbed that out of the fridge.
Yeah. Surprise, surprise. The first thing I watch him do is unload beers. Yeah, okay. Hey, how about a double marshmallow vanilla dark lager?
Marshmallows.
Do you like marshmallow?
If they're peeps.
Yeah, I can't even tell with you. I love marshmallow. Really? No. Fuck.
Yeah, fuck no.
Seriously? No. What the fuck? What is wrong with you, Eric?
You don't fucking know me.
Sons of bitches. Oh. Want a mixed drink?
Got a beer. That's mixed.
Well, I look at the 7-Up while I have a shot. No?
I thought you don't do mixed drinks. You even said so on a brew review once. I remember hearing that.
I have to admit, I have almost finished a bottle of Maker's Mark. In my defense, though, Matt buys a bottle of Johnny Walker and on Monday, and by Wednesday it's in the recycling bin. Maybe it might be Thursday. And that Maker's Mark bottle has been here for more than a year.
Yes, it has.
But I have to say, Maker's Mark and 7-Up or Sprite or ginger ale, unfortunately, as big of a fan as I am of Scotch, Scotch has to be drank straight in a glass. Maybe just a drip of water into it to release those flavors, but
Oh, just get some of that what do they call it? Frozen water?
ice, is that what you're...
Yeah, that stuff. That's the stuff.
Hey, I got ice just for you.
So on the next comment, SH classic outro, babe, I approve. Glad that you approve of the outro, babe. There, Sharky. I don't think you put ice in beer.
I don't want to get ice. I don't want to get ice all over any of the precious things we got sitting here.
Well, I can slap this back together in like 2 seconds. Just saying.
Let me put it on my phone. Now this is ice we all should approve of. You know what I love about the SIG platform? Is that is all rail.
Yep.
Look at something like a Glock. It's touching 4 little points. Is this the first time you've ever taken one of those apart?
A SIG?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like fucking, intuitive. Like, they should, why don't they make more guns like this?
A little bit more straightforward than, say, a 1911. Hey, wait if you ever own a bull barrel 1911. There is no...
I am thinking about switching the barrel on that.
To what?
Threaded.
You want to put a brake on it?
A threaded? No, I want to put a can on it.
You're going to can a Dan Wesson.
Fuck yeah! America!
Okay, I have to say, this goes directly back to our conversation. No matter how much I avoided the use of the words idiotic, no matter how much you want to do something, in the United States of America, I agree that you should be allowed to make your own decisions no matter what the outcome is, as long as someone else did or you didn't get hurt.
That's like, what's wrong with suppressing a Dan Wesson? Suppressing a 45. 45s are naturally good suppressor hoses, aren't they? Because they're subsonic.
45 is a great round to suppress. I'm just wondering if you swap out the barrels, because that gun was basically handmade, what kind of trouble you're going to have to get a new barrel to work. Unless Dan Wesson offers a 4 1/4 inch threaded barrel for that gun.
I can't remember who the manufacturer was, but when I typed in searching for a threaded barrel for that, there was one that popped up. It was not cheap. It was like $270 for a fucking barrel, which seems to me be outrageous.
Maybe you should look into a different 1911 and possibly look at a host that maybe someday could buy that from you. Problem is the other side is the previous owner and why you wanted that.
Yep.
I cannot battle. I cannot battle that future.
Well, see, I also put a threaded barrel on the 220, and we know who the former owner was of that.
That's also a 45.
Yes, it is.
Do you have a can for it?
No, I'm still waiting on Master Government give me my permission.
I would like to shoot that suppressed.
Me too.
Because last night we were supposed to, on Locked and Loaded, talk about the road not taken. That gun that he is referring to was offered to me by Scott. And I said I was happy with the one that you already picked for me. He in typical Scott fashion,
He knew you.
he knew who I was and what makes my heart beat in firearms.
Little boys.
But he did say, if you are interested in this one, you can have this one. And I'm like, I know. Even though you have a no shit German
P220 45.
And there isn't something else about that? It's milled instead of stamped? Yeah.
And then, of course, I take the barrel and go,
I want not only do I want to shoot that, but I really want to shoot that suppressed.
Me too. They're saying any day now that my can will go through because it's been for fucking ever.
Thank you for cleaning that.
I have done it once before. I might be a SIG fanboy.
I don't know how that's possible. I mean, looking at how I shot that today, that's just so stupid that you would endorse SIG.
Yeah, I mean, the thing was just fucking jam after jam after... Oh, wait.
Wow, I hate to talk about this now, but did I miss an opportunity today?
Which one is that?
Shooting another SIG.
That one?
You
shot that one.
I'm shooting a SIG that was owned by that guy.
Yeah.
Seems how I've had it now since we lost Scott.
Yeah.
And I have not put a single round through it.
I haven't put a round through the German yet.
But
I'm waiting on the can to kind of like do something that will like really, you know, I don't know how to word it.
He'd be going like this.
Like,
he'd go get his hat if you want. Put his hat on. Oh my God. You know, the person that you saw on video, he was so structured. No, tell me, you probably heard me say this, but tell me if am I right or am I wrong. The Clint Eastwood's The Man with No Name is Scott. If Scott put out his hand and shook on something, that was more powerful than a fucking document signed by 27 lawyers.
yep.
And if Scott was disappointed, all he had to do is just give you that look. And I don't know if maybe the first time he was ever here, you know that whole phrase, I came to drink and chew bubblegum and I'm all out of bubblegum?
Yep.
I believe that in that brewery review, by the time I was halfway through my first drink, he was on his third drink.
Yep.
And he was fucking wrecked. I mean, thankfully, he had a designated driver.
Yep.
Katie was here the whole time.
Yep.
But
I'm very
talk
aware.
about releasing all of your everything. And I was like the punching bag that whole video, and it was great.
Nope.
I'm like halfway through my first drink, and I look over and I think there is 3 or 4 beer cans sitting there.
Yep. That's Scott.
Unfortunately, the last time I got to spend time with him, he was drinking beet juice and didn't touch a beer.
Nope.
He's like, anything that you want, I will make you any drink you want, whatever beer you want. I can run, or I can have Katie run when she goes into town and pick up whatever you guys want.
Yep.
But he didn't have a single drink. He said because of it being so weak that he would just, I mean, it was like one drink and it would be done.
Yep.
Everything was going somewhat good until that fucking horse fell through the...
painting. The one the ranch was named after. Fell through the ice.
No?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
That was his oldest horse. I'm pretty sure. Sounds right.
I thought she was there, still walking around. This was the one that had cancer in her eye. It was terrible. I mean, we fought so long and so hard, and to get that horse out.
And I was so upset when I found out, because I'm like, why did nobody give me a fucking call? I was literally...
The hell would you have done?
I'm 20 fucking minutes away with fucking machinery.
We needed a skid steer.
I have one. And a fucking tractor, and a fucking four-wheeler, and like I have all that shit, and I'm 20 fucking miles away.
Still to this moment in time,
Up
until you keep saying it, how far or how close you were to that farm. I don't know. We were all planned of hugging kisses and hit the road, and then no, it was Painty that was having the freak out that told him about the horse that fell through.
That's what it was.
She was like,
"Hey, get over here, guys!
Literally, if that horse had a finger that could point, and Scott goes, well, I gotta go look. And then that's when he came back and said that the other one, Christine would probably, Christine would know her name. Which one that was, but yeah, that sucked. I mean, I think we were helping for over 4.5 hours before he finally just said, there's no way we're getting this horse out of here.
And it's just one of them things where I wish I would have gotten a phone call. Like, I would have been over there with any piece of machinery. I would have loaded up on my trailer and been over there.
In retrospect, I wish I
anything to help. Like, and I told Scott over and over, anything you need, just give me a fucking call.
That was like in the absolute worst part of the property, though. Like,
but I have tractors and shit at my disposal. I mean, he has his own skid steer, but I have a skid steer also.
I approve of this message. I don't remember what the deal was. If he had a skid steer...
Because he had one that he used for clearing snow.
But he could have, but didn't.
I don't think he could... It was too deep to get back there with a skid steer.
His was wheeled.
Yep.
And you would have had to at least had a track drive to get to it. You would have had to go out on the road, go down to the neighbor's property, cut the fence, come through onto his property, and it was all that marshy ass shit. Yeah, you would have had something that...
The tractor might have made it back there, because it's got tires. And it's winter, so...
So partially frozen, anyway.
Face down, ass up. That's the way
Yep. I approve of this message even more. Sharky, back catching up. Oh, he's on the wrong video. This is the Voodoo Ranger one. Had to pause for the F1 race and give E a play-by-play commentary with pictures and video. He did. I told him I wanted to because I'm not going to pay $55 a month, even though it'd be the only thing I would actually watch on ESPN is F1, but yet he kept me apprised all day long. Sharky SH Classic Outro Babe, I approve. Sharky on the right video, and another 2 or possibly 3-parter at 15 minutes in. I suck. If you did, just kidding. And Mike says, all them hot sauces sound good and love to have. Well, Mike, I know you have a higher tolerance than I'll give you credit where credit is due. I like them all for the flavors. I think if you like slightly hot stuff, you would have liked 3 out of 4 of those. And I'm not talking to Mike. Mike would be going like this with the Reaper one, kind of like McLean, like McLean would. Hey, look, Brad's girl. What? And you don't see pubic hairs? That's weird. Must be a doctored photo. Okay, that was it. Going to the club where we were supposed to each give a. I'll go first. 7 layers. I loved 5 of them. There was something right in the very middle. It wasn't there when you first started to taste it, but as it transitioned through, there was just something funky about the middle. This, surprisingly, is probably the worst thing that I have had from Untitled Art, and I would give it a 7.
I'd give it a 3.
You drank it.
Yeah.
I'll give you credit. Okay, what do you think of that? I'll go. You know, I don't want to influence your decision. I was really discouraged because I thought it would be more of a sweet cheesecake bomb, and
I don't taste any cheese or
Are you
cake.
done with your brew review now?
Just fucking disappointment.
huh?
Are you done with your brew review now?
Within 2 minutes.
No, there's no cheese nor cake. It's just disappointment, like my fucking.
Well, need to go order pizzas, so let's go to the club and get out of here. Rich says, cheers, clubbers. Cheers, Rich. Bad says, howdy, clubbers. I'm sipping on a cold one out on the patio and can't decide if it's warm or cold. Wind blows, I'm cold. Sounds like today for us. Wind stops, I'm hot. The weather is stupid.
Why didn't you ever eat that?
It's kind of self-explanatory. Poco says, all your clits belong to me. I am the clit commander. Wow, that comment made it through. Din says, train whistle with a break.
You think it's really what it shows on the can?
No.
I bet you it's a t-shirt. I'm serious.
Why do you want to open it?
Kinda.
There's the whistle. There's the break.
What?
Now I'm curious.
You don't think that's fucking... What do you think's in there?
I don't know. Jeez. Wait, have you ever seen what's in here?
No.
Roadkill.
But that logo looks like Roadkill
Roadkill Garage.
Garage, exactly. Which makes me think that it's like a fucking...
No skunks harmed in the making of this gag. Not for human consumption. Display can only. Do not open.
Whoa.
While all of a sudden that just went out the window. That's like, don't press this button. What if it's human body parts?
We can put it on the pizza.
You know, did I never actually do this? Because I probably would have opened this already. The fuck? It's like fucking a jizz rag. Okay, we gotta go order pizza or I'm gonna be dead.
Where's the can opener?
Mike says right there, under the toilet paper. Yeah, don't let your barbecue gun hit the. Mike says the knives look good in the battle box, but nothing I would in it or want. A big waste of money to me. Go ahead.
Oh, it's your can of skunk.
It's gonna blow up. Last comment. Smile Money says cheers and don't open the fucking skunk can. Wow. It's almost like he knew.
Oh my.
Oh my. Do not open can. What the fuck? It's a can of fire starter. Well, now we know. It puts it back.
Nothing to see here.
Okay, I gotta go. I gotta go order pizzas. Cheers. See you tomorrow. Shit. Well, whatever it is, it'll be over at the other channel, but it probably won't be Sunday, Bloody Sunday. Maybe. Cheers.